What is up, everybody? Dave Schmittou here. I am back again. For some of you, it feels like I just left your screen. So if you're seeing me again, you're hearing my voice again, I apologize. But I've got some good news. I am not joined by Jeff Gargis this time. Total upgrade. We are here to talk Teach Better 22. We're here to talk about the conference taking place this October and to celebrate not only one of our featured speakers, but one of our keynote speakers. Sorry, we've got a couple of nights of just amazing learning, a couple of days of amazing learning, and we're capping off each night with a keynote. And we've got one of our keynote presenters here to join us and just share a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of truth, a little bit of research, and just a little bit of knowledge with us. So stick around. Gonna drop this commercial, and then we're gonna get to know Genein a little bit in just a second. So see you soon, everybody.
So right now, I want to know if you're ready to teach better.
That's the whole mission of this weekend.
Just being here ready to learn and grow and come together like this is awesome.
What are those small changes that can make you better tomorrow than you were today?
All the amazing speakers we have here, wow.
We have a ton of people here who are published authors, who are writing about education.
Let's get out there and teach better.
Genein, I cannot wait to breathe the same air as you. I know we were joking beforehand that we're breathing the same virtual air right now, but I can't wait to be able to meet you and see you in person, to hang out with you a little bit in October. I know we're both going to be heading to Ohio, of all places, but I can't wait to go to Ohio to hang out with some amazing people just like you at the Teach Better conference. So first of all, thanks for saying yes.
Thank you, and Ohio to you too. It's a greeting in another language. So I'm excited to say Ohio and to go to Ohio, and excited for just the work that you all are doing. You're such an amazing team that uplift, my demographic, the educators out there who are still going forward and seeing the hope and the purpose in their students. So thank you all for your work.
Oh, absolutely. So, Genein, you talk about the work that you do and your demographic. Do you mind just unpacking really quickly who you are? I know some people probably got to know you a little bit in the daily drop-in you did with Ray a couple of weeks ago, and other people that follow you online or have heard you before, read your books, done all those things. But do you mind just introducing yourself to the new audience that might be watching this?
Sure. So anyone who's new, my name is Genein, and I'm an educator by trade. I started my career in K-5, right, the little ones, and then just did third grade for a few years. And then I was asked to do the music program and the creative arts for my elementary school. And then I started a nonprofit for the graduates of my elementary school because I saw there was a huge need in financial literacy, creative literacy, and entrepreneurship. So I ran that nonprofit, and then I was asked to teach at the local university for teachers who wanted to implement the creative arts into their classroom and use it as a way of just empowering the creative thinking skills among their students. So I got to see the whole pipeline in 1 week, from a 4-year-old all the way to the 64-year-old in 1 week. And that's basically who I am today. I left the classroom in 2019, about 6 months before the pandemic hit. No clue what was around.
Well, you're a fortune teller. That's what you are.
I don't know, but just to speak and teach more and advocate for our educators and those being educated, our students, on the number one skill needed now in the workforce per the World Economic Forum, which is creative thinking, and not just artistic thinking. Artistry is a part of it, but creative thinking. And now my research, which is backed by neuroscience, is really out there to help us during this shift. And that's who I am today.
I love it. And I can't wait for people to hear what you have to contribute. And we're not going to give it all away today. We want them to show up in October and to learn about this. So people go teachbetterconference.com, register right now. Register so you can there you go. And I'll see you there. I shouldn't say that because that'll scare people away, but you can see Genein there, and she can wow you and inspire you and uplift you and fill you with knowledge and fill you with wisdom and hopefully inspire you with a little bit of creativity. So this whole idea that you talk about with creativity. So I'm guilty of being one of those people who used to say, I'm just not a creative person, right? And I used to tell my students, some of you are more creative than others. Some of you have creativity and some of you don't. Was I a horrible person? Am I a horrible person for thinking those things?
Like Maya Angelou said, you do better once you know better. When you know better, you do better. So we were all, I was a person for a long time that said, yeah, creativity is just the arts. And until I fell into new research and information and new, belief systems, I thought creativity was just the arts. And so, as we know, creativity is found in all fields, and creativity is in all of us. We were all born creative. So as long as you're a human, and there's some creativity in animals as well, but as long as you're a human, you have creative potential. And that's really what we're trying to empower the teachers to understand, to be creative individuals within themselves, and to show the research that shows the creative level and the growth mindset level of the teacher is one of the highest indicators of performance of their students. So really just to give the teachers more tools to be aware of that huge influence.
So you're already making me a believer, at least emotionally. I'm feeling like, okay, this might be something I'm going to be intrigued by, but you've never seen me draw a picture. You've never seen my handwriting. I struggle with creativity. When you're speaking to the masses on October 14th, so October 14th, we'll have a huge crowd of people sitting there hanging on your every word. I want you to look across the crowd and look for this hat. I'll probably be wearing this hat. Look for this hat and speak just to me. And I want you to make sure that I feel like I can go out there and be creative.
Sure. I may not have seen you draw a picture or paint or pick up a flute, but have I seen you in your garage figure out how to build something and use two objects that were not in the picture to begin with and put them together and it worked? Have you ever done that?
You've seen me do some IKEA furniture, haven't you? Yeah.
Yes, with non-IKEA furniture. Well, that is called functional agility. Well, I'm calling it functional agility. The scientific term is functional fixedness for the opposite end of that spectrum. When you grow into adulthood, adults have more functional fixedness, which means we only use an object for the original use. So this is a highlighter. If I give this to you, you're probably going to highlight text because that's the original use of a highlighter. Where if I give it to my 4-year-old, he's going to use it as a drumstick. He's going to use it as a balance beam. He's going to use it 5 other ways than the original use. So, and the research is clear that adults who hold on to their functional agility are more innovative, they're more creative, and they're able to see possible solutions that other people are missing. And so when I say, yes, Dave, you're very creative. You're very creative with the way that you attach different ideas, you intersect different ideas, and you use functional agility every day. My work is causing people to expand their definition of creative thinking. That's what I want people to do.
I love it. And you're going to be able to inspire a room full of educators, no matter what they teach, no matter what they do, to go out there and change the world, and to allow the kids that they teach to feel like they can gravitate towards childhood. You're basically saying maintain your childhood creativity and amplify it into adulthood, because that's a skill necessary for success in life. I love
Well,
that.
it's going to be a requirement now. So sadly, some of the, the way the school system was built in the 1900s, the late 1800s, it's really, as you may have heard, to conform and to fill up the factories, right? We needed people to do that juggernaut or that position over and over again. You don't need creativity to do repetitive motion like that. And now you've seen AI, you've seen technology, you've seen robotics. We have people to do these mundane, non-thinking tasks. Now we're going to be celebrating a lot more something that Letford Merchant from the Harvard Business Review, she calls the uniqueness of you. And so now we need to pull the uniqueness of our students out, which is a little bit hard because you can't really quantify uniqueness on a Scantron, right? We're going to have to do some revamping on how we, the educators and the school system, how do we dictate success? How do we dictate mastery? And the fact that we have ELA standards, math standards, even ELD standards, English language development, we're going to need a creativity standard. What have you done that's new, that you utilize this content that we learned? How did you use it in a new way to solve a problem? And that's what we're going to be looking for.
I love it. And you're speaking about it through the lens of what students are going to need. But this is a skill set that teachers need as well. Educators, we have to learn how to be creative and how to step out of the mold and not just to replicate and be a cog in the machine. So I'm super excited to hear how you fire everybody up. Look at Ray with all of her
I know,
creative emojis. She's on fire. You're a diamond, you're a gem, all the green hearts,
Yes.
all the things. So
I do have a gem. That's why she's probably putting her gem, because she knows my logo. And everything I do with attention. The reason why my logo is a gem is metaphorical thinking is one of the cognitive processes of a highly creative thinker. So to tell you, Dave and Ray, and all the listeners, people who are with us today and to be with us in October, that you are multifaceted, right? I can go with the origination story of a gem. I could teach like 15 lessons through the lens of a diamond. That's a creative educator. And so part of my work is to help bring up this metaphorical, just method, basically, that teachers can use to order to really help the content come alive, because the students need to feel the relevancy and just the life, and how does it apply to them, and how can they use it to solve problems in our workforce. That's really, really where we want them to go. And the teachers have to walk it out first themselves. You can't give someone something that you don't have. So for the teachers to feel empowered to get their creativity back, right? Teaching is a work of heart and a work of art. And to really own that and then pass it on, that's where we need to be.
Well, so I think that you are being placed at the perfect place in this conference. So October 14th. So just to lay the landscape for people, October 14th is a Friday. So all day long, people are going to have the opportunity to network and to connect and to lean into each other and to attend some sessions, aka put in your proposals today, people. Proposals opened yesterday. Put in a proposal to present and to share. And then you're wrapping up that first night. And after you're done, people are going to go out and they're going to continue to network and connect. I feel like just what you just shared just now is going to lead to so many conversations around dinner tables, so many conversations and shared Uber rides, so many conversations walking back to hotels as people are challenged and inspired. And I'm already hearing from you that you're going to fire us up, get us getting all the goosebumps and having all the feels. But we're also going to be thinking about things that we can be doing differently that following Monday when we go back to our class, which is truly the epitome of a perfect keynote. So I'm so excited. So excited.
Thank you. And then I'm also going to, as an elementary school teacher, I always have prompts, right? And so I'm also going to just challenge you to reintroduce yourself to your brain as an educator, but also to your child's brain. I don't know what your background has been, but in my teacher ed program, there was no neuroscience type of just instruction at all, and now that the neuroscience is exploding and becoming more accessible to normal folk, and hopefully to education, we're being that bridge. I think teachers are now being that bridge of what's actually going on in my students' brain, right? The main part I'm supposed to be connecting with, we're not there for their liver, we're not there for their kidneys, we're there for their brain and their heart. Yeah. And so I'm so excited just to be bringing some big aha moments with what is going on in the world of neuroscience and what's the connection to learning and empowering our students to be prepared for this VUCA environment, VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous.
Ooh, I love it. So here's another thing. So I feel like I'm saying, and another thing I love about you, but yet another thing I love about you. Let me put it out there. So the conference is 7 months out still, right? And 7 months from now, you already know some of the big things that you need to share with us. You already know the burning issues. You jokingly said, I jokingly said, you were a fortune teller. You knew to leave the classroom in October 2019. But right now, you're able to cast a vision towards 7 months from now, knowing exactly what we're going to need, because these are essential skills. This isn't an add-on. You're not talking about adding on to our curriculum. You're saying this is the core. This is why we do what we do, and we need to embrace this. And you're already starting to build it and craft it. That's exciting.
Yes. And I would still be in the classroom had not this urge to be more effective outside. Yeah. And I'm still in contact with my students. I still run my nonprofit, and I'm still a mentor in them. So I'm still with my kids, but this is an idea, the intercultural creativity, that's the framework. Intercultural creativity is an idea that has met its time. Had I proposed this 5 years ago, it may not have stuck. Had I waited 5 years from now, the fact that it hit at 2020, I mean, I can almost say like that's divine. Like I'm here. I'm here with it, with the research, with the background. I'm not someone from corporate who's coming into education pointing my finger, you need to do this and that. I'm like, I've 15 years, I've lived it. I know what you're going through, and I know the demographic changing, the standards, the restrictions, the limitations. I've been there. Here's some ideas that can hopefully give you some tools to maintain hope and just to transfer these beautiful creative ideas to those who you serve.
Well, I hope that you are ready, because that night I'm going to be the guy in the back again, wearing the hat, the guy screaming, amen, preach it. Because I feel like you're going to be saying the things that are speaking to my soul. And you're going to fill me with a fire that is just going to have to come out, and it's going to have to be shared. So are you okay if I interrupt you a few times just by? Okay.
Well,
all right.
That's beautiful, beautiful.
All right. It's going to be a Pentecostal keynote, people. So be ready. I can't wait. This is going to be exciting. So when you're prepping and you're preparing for this, do you have in your head what it's going to look like to look out at the sea of people? I don't know if you've been presented with the setup for where we're going to be yet in Akron. Has anybody told you the National Inventors Hall of Fame, this amazing school? Have you seen any pictures or anything about this place?
I believe I've heard the title, but I haven't seen any pictures, and I haven't utilized my imagination, which is another creative skill to build that. I will closer to the event. I honestly, the way I prepare is I have the bullet points, and really good teachers know this, right? I don't have everything scripted. It's not like a word for word. I have the bullet points, and then I just get on stage and I feel the energy. In fact, I was the main keynote at a serious business conference. It was put on by Educator, which is the beauty industry. I'm like, you're inviting me? Oh, okay. So these are the top salons and Educator and the Neil Corporation. And I got up there, I had my PowerPoint and my bullet points, but something in my heart said, share the avocado story, which wasn't in my notes. And I shared it. And almost everyone came up to me and said that was their most favorite story. And they each had their story that attached, that relevant connection. And that's what you want. You want to be able to connect. And even through your stories, people are now using their imagination and seeing how it connects to their life. And that's what I do. I just get up, I feel the audience, and you pull me in the direction that we need to go as a group. So of course I have my stuff ready, but I'm still open, right? Improvisation is a creative skill as well, right? And good teachers know this, right? Teachable moments. Yep. And so I'm still ready to dance the dance and to tango with the audience there. So it's going to be an amazing time. I'm so excited to see who's really going to do the investment, because it's an investment, but who knows that they're going to get 100-fold from this investment. And don't forget, last thing is your brain grows, literally grows, when you make connections with people from a different lived experience, a different district, a different subject matter. Your brain is literally restructuring itself. So people who make these investments for October, get ready to leave with a bigger brain.
Boom. There you go. So make sure that you get the snapback hats. Don't buy something fitted, because after that weekend, your brain is going to be bigger. And I can just tell you, I feel like my head's already getting restricted just having this conversation with you. I'm excited. So I was already committed to being there for those couple of days. I'm actually going to get there a little bit early because I can't contain my excitement. I don't know what October 15th is going to be able to do to live up to October 14th, because you're going to be leading us up here, right? And God bless everybody that has to present after you. This is exciting stuff.
You all have a great lineup. I got a wind of your lineup, and good educators and good speakers know how to build. Yeah. Right. So if I was going on the 15th, I would be mindful of what's going on the 16th, and I would know how to thread some of those key points into my talk. And that's a creative skill, and good educators and good speakers know how to do that. So I believe that your lineup will know how to do that as well.
That's awesome. Well, Genein, I'm super, super, super excited to be able to, again, breathe the same air as you, to hang out with you in Akron, Ohio in October. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fall in the Midwest. The leaves are going to be changing. Everybody will have been in school 6, 7, 8 weeks by then, ready for that fresh energy, that fresh life. People taking a 3-day weekend to come hang out with us. They're registering right now. I guarantee it. They're all out there clicking the buttons and doing the things, submitting proposals to come hang out with us in October. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to wrap this up with you. And I'm so honored that we were able to connect even just for 20 minutes here tonight and remind people of their creativity and their ability to go out there and be transferable, to go out there and be innovative, and just go out there and be those agents that your kids need. Gene, any final words for our people as they're preparing, and maybe some people are already packing their bags for this trip 7 months from now?
You're ready. Well, I'm so excited to be sharing the 2 books of that. Well, the one book that my son and I wrote, and then in the book on 7 Gems of Intercultural Creativity at your event. And just to remind people that the most precious, unique gift you have for the world will come through your creativity, and Teach Better is here to help you continue to develop that. So it's an honor to be a part of your crew.
Absolutely. It's so cool. So cool. Well, Genein, I will see you in 7 months. Everybody else, teachbetterconference.com. Get yourself registered, submit a proposal, pack your bags, snapback hat, because your brain is going to grow, and be ready to be inspired and transformed at the Pentecostal keynote. We'll see you then.
So right now, I want to know if you're ready to teach better.
That's the whole mission of this weekend.
Just being here ready to learn and grow.